You'd think someone who attempted all of these incredibly difficult challenges would do something even crazier for this video. No. Today, I am beating Undertale by doing absolutely nothing. Obviously, if we do literally nothing, we can't progress the game. So in the overworld, we are allowed to move and do things. In battle, it'll be a bit different. The rules are pretty simple. I'm not allowed to do anything in battle except the first option my cursor is on. And I'm also going to stick to the main path in the overworld. No going out of the way to get the Temi armor or anything like that. You might be thinking that doing basically nothing would be impossible, and I wouldn't blame you. I thought the same thing. But since the cursor is on the fight button, we can rack up a lot of HP for the difficult bosses. The ruins were a cakewalk. These monsters do barely any damage, and most die in 1 or 2 hits from the stick. I wasn't trying to grind monsters though, since that would be doing something. So I went to Napstablook at only level 2. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous for this. I thought that he might do enough damage before he lowers his HP enough, but that wasn't the case, and I won with just under 10 HP. The rest of the ruins were easier than the first half, and I made a tutorial at level 3. A lot of you will probably be mad that I killed her, but hey, it's not my fault fight is the first button on the menu. When entering Snowdin, I thought I'd have a bit of trouble, but it actually wasn't very difficult at all. I was able to pick up a tough glove since it's on the main path, and one of the first battles is with Doggo, where the entire goal is to do nothing in the first place. Also, maybe I was breaking the rules a bit by spamming the Z key when initiating an attack, but I made the rules, so technically I wasn't cheating. I made it to Papyrus at level 7, and this is where everything came crashing down. Papyrus has a lot of health for this point in the game, and since dodging isn't doing nothing, we take a truckload of damage every single turn. Before this, I had completely turned off my brain, since what are you supposed to do when you're doing nothing? But here, I had to wake the hell up and actually take in what's currently going on. When I finally realized the hope was lost, I changed the rules a bit, and allowed myself to grind monsters to raise my HP. After spending who knows how long killing gift trots, it wasn't even enough to beat him anyway. I really didn't want to just skip Papyrus, but at this point, I said screw it and just left for Waterfall. Knowing that the next obstacle was going to be Mad Dummy, I had zoned out for the entirety of Upper Waterfall. Like, I'm writing the script the same day as recording the footage, but if you asked me what I did in the first half of Waterfall, I'd just be staring at you for an unreasonable amount of time until you think I'm a creep and phone the police. Apparently I was having a conversation with my chat about stupid reasons we got in trouble at school, and then that same year, I didn't know how to do up my code zipper, because I was so young, and I asked my teacher to help me with it. She told me to do it myself. I told her I didn't know how. She told me to do it myself again. I told her I didn't know how. She told me to do it myself a third time, and that's why I started tearing up, and I got in trouble for the entire lunch recess. So I ended up being like, fuck you, and fell asleep, and didn't wake up until the end of the day. And during those conversations, I reached level 9. Now we're at Mad Dummy, and I do remember this part, because I ended up getting soft locked and had to restart the entire game. Okay, wait. Let's slow down a minute. Why was I soft-locked exactly? Well, the rules of doing nothing was that we are not allowed to move at all during battle, and if I was stuck, I was only allowed to click on the first menu, which in this case is the fight button. But Mad Dummy is a unique enemy where you can't actually damage him through fighting, and can only win by getting the magic bullets back into him. I think you can see the problem here. We can't do either of those things. All we can do is hope that the magic just so happens to hit the dummy, but even if it does hit him, we still don't have enough health to survive long enough. The only way I saw to progress was to use the astronaut food to heal, and that required changing the rules even more to allow myself to heal if absolutely necessary. Even by doing all of that, we were still stuck and were forced to restart. I swear, every single challenge run I do, Mad Dummy is always an issue. In the second attempt of doing absolutely nothing, I took more time to grind out XP, so I could try and get more HP for the upcoming roadblocks. This time I reached tutorial level 4, and speedran through Snowdin to get to the gift shop room. Last time we were only level 7 at Papyrus. This run, I had 2 more levels, which might not sound like a lot, but this gave me 8 more HP, which is actually very helpful in a game like Undertale. Even though I had 52 health this time, Papyrus was still impossible to do without healing. However, since we changed the rules in the previous run, this will no longer be considered cheating. But I feel like I'm gonna have to be at full HP for the final attack. I still might die, and that's pretty scary, because if I die, then I'm soft-locked again. You can survive as long as you have at least 21 HP. If this kills me, I swear to God. Told you you'd live. I have 2 HP though. I had 27. I wasn't really focusing on grinding monsters in Wonderfall, since I knew that with healing I'd have enough HP for Mad Dummy. It took like half of my healing, but I ended up making it through. I can't say the same for Undyne, however. Not only did I forget at the last second that I could make her take damage before her fight by letting Monster Kid fall. Wait, I should've went to Undyne so she would take fall damage when going into her fight, but I guess I'm not doing that anymore. She simply just had way too much health and attack power for me to handle. The run seemed doomed again, so I reverted to my old roots. I went into the game files and changed my gold value so I could purchase the Temmie armor. This was the only way to beat Undertale while doing next to nothing. Maybe it's a bit dishonorable. Okay, it's definitely dishonorable. But I did say I was beating the game by doing absolutely nothing, and I think cheating an overpowered gear counts. Undyne went from literally impossible to fairly easy. I think I'll live, because I'm dealing like 100 every turn, and how much is this gonna deal? Okay, that still does a lot, actually. It's been a while since I've seen this. And the rest of the game could be played on autopilot. Mettaton did force us to active progress, but if we're allowing the use of items if absolutely necessary, I don't see why we can't do the same thing with acting. The exact same thing could be said about the first Mettaton meeting, where he forces us to move on this question since the timer doesn't go down. All that aside, Muffet did actually worry me a bit, since I actually needed to heal once and I still got down to 16 HP by the end. But with the Temmie armor, I actually take less damage the lower HP I have. It's like the game took pity on us after almost dying with the most broken gear in the game by making it even stronger. Seriously though, during Mettaton EX, I was actively trying to die so I could respawn and skip the box phase. And even after doing really weak attacks and not healing, I still made it halfway through the fight before finally reaching 0 HP. Am I not gonna take like any damage from this? Like I'm already a third of the way through, and this is why I'm basically not attacking. And I'm still alive. Oh my god, can you just kill me? Oh my... Bro, I literally could have won the fight. We are halfway through the fight with 4 HP, and we are still alive. Just kill me. Did I ever mention that this game was easy? I barely had to try to win the second attempt, which very easily could have just been the first attempt. And then I had to sit through this long ass dialogue scene before making it to Asgore. I had barely any healing items, so if things somehow went wrong, I could be in trouble. And things somehow did go south, because I actually ended up dying since I didn't have any good healing items left. I went to round 2 doing the exact same thing and hoping something would be different, and oh wow, I won! Now, we were at the very end of the game. Nothing else lied ahead. Surely nothing would stop us. Are you serious?